Last thing, 2 minutes, I'm out of here. I met a doctor, I mentioned this before, I met a doctor in Denmark. He is a cancer doctor, and he deals with terminal patients. They got a day to live, they got 2 days to live, they got a week left. Basically, they make a projection, right? And the Danish, Europeans, there's a large contingent of atheists among them. So not many believers in God. And he says, when I tell my, atheist patient he's got a week left, he says, call my family, I want to have a beer with them. I just want to remember the good times. I don't want anybody to cry. I want them, after I go to my favorite beach and sit there and have a barbecue and share my favorite stories. I'm going back to nature. Very happy, accepting of the calamity. That's the atheist. Then they say that sometimes I get a Muslim family. The doctor tells me, sometimes I get a Muslim family. And the father's got cancer, the mother's got cancer, she's got a week to live. No, doctor, this cannot happen. No, just what kind of dua can I make? They cannot die. I cannot live without my mom. I can't live without my dad. Oh, and the devastation and the inability to accept and the yelling at the doctor and, no, put another machine on. No, keep them alive. You're lying. You're not a good enough doctor. Oh my God. He goes, I see so much composure from people who don't even believe in Allah. And I see so much just breakdown from people who are supposed to believe inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ma qadarullah haqqa qadrihi wa jahidu fillahi haqqa jihadihi. I see that they don't have any, you know why? You know what that shows? And I empathize with your pain. I empathize. I've been through pain of loss of family too. But I tell you something, as a reminder to myself and to all of you, if we can't handle those kinds of losses in a spiritually and emotionally mature way, then Allah is not our matloob. Then something else is the matloob, and the moment that matloob is disappearing, our weakness emerges. A dear friend of mine lost his father maybe over a month ago. I was there. And I saw one of the most beautiful things I've seen in my life. I went there, he hadn't passed away yet. He was terminal. And I went there and we were just, the whole family, children, wives of his sons, grandchildren, all in the room. We turned the hospital room into a mini masjid. And people are just coming and reading Quran, they're doing dua, they're reading Quran, they're doing dua. Some people are in tears, but they're able to wipe their tears. There's nobody going, ah. None of that's happening. None of that's happening. And they're just remembering Allah the entire time. And they're praying the entire time. And they saw it as a thing of beauty. Why? Because that father, as he was getting sick, those kids of his were taking care of him full time. Right? Day and night. The home turned into a hospital too. And then when he's in the hospitals all night, spending there. What's one of the most rewarded deeds in our religion? To take care of your parents, right? And our parents took care of us 24/7 when we were babies. Now that father is on his deathbed, and his sons and his grandchildren are around him 24/7, taking care of him, making dua for him, caring for him. He is giving them the most beautiful farewell gift. Like when they go before Allah on Judgment Day, it might be that these 72 hours, this last 2 weeks of his life, are the most valuable days of their entire life. Because they were 24/7 in an act of worship to Allah. And an act of wabil walidaini ihsana. They were just living that the entire time. How incredible. How incredible. And I thought, man, what a beautiful way to go. What a beautiful way to go, and what a beautiful ihsan way for a family to deal with that. And I wish that became our standard. That became a model for us on how we deal with loss. So we don't become an example of da'uf al-talib wal-matlub. When we see ourselves, we shouldn't see a reflection of da'uf al-talib wal-matlub. We should see a reflection of people who qadarullaha haqqa qadrihi. They valued Allah the way He deserves to be valued. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us of those people. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikr al-Hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.